Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How you doing? I don't know. StreamYard's still acting weird. Stuff is freezing like it always does. There's nothing I can do about that. But anyway, welcome to Ron's opinion. Don't matter. Let's talk about it. Anyway, but for those that come in, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Um, Philly Talk was an amazing show yesterday. Um, if y'all get a chance to that come on the live, please go check it out. It was interesting watching the movie The Silent Crisis. We got to talk to two of one of the actors, the producer, and the executive producer, people that was involved in the making of that movie, which is The Silent Crisis. It was the movie was really very, very, very good. I enjoyed watching it, and it's on Tubi TV. If anybody get a chance, please go check it out. The movie's called The Silent Crisis, and I think it's a story that should be told. Something that's happening that get ignored a lot of times. But so I love the movie. I watched it twice, and I think it was amazingly done. But that's not what the subject is about. But I just wanted to bring that in. I wanted to encourage people to go watch that movie. But it was actually a really good movie, and I enjoyed it. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Hopefully, all is well in your life. Um, Once in a while, I do. I'm the type of person that kind of uses my own brain. I try not to be largely influenced by what I see and hear. I form my own opinions about stuff for the most part. Yes, I take in information from different things, but I always try to do my best to apply it to just simple logic, what makes sense. And for me personally, I don't understand it. Um, how these people that are out there protesting are protesting for people that are causing havoc in your own country. Now, I want y'all to understand something. If I'm out here protesting for illegal immigrants who are murdering and killing Americans, and this is what they don't never tell, they only talk about when they think ICE did something wrong. Well, let me explain something to you. ICE is not perfect, but I don't care about them being perfect. There's going to be times that ICE is going to get it wrong. That's just part of law enforcement. They're not going to get everything right. But I am not going to, by any means, change my stance on me wanting illegal immigrants out of my country because ICE possibly made a mistake here and there. We all make mistakes. And that's the truth of the matter. We all do. The other thing is this. They are trying to encourage melanated people in this country to get on board with that. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this with all honesty. Stay out of it. I'm explaining to you why I think that there shouldn't be none of us involved in that. Why would you want, if you're born and raised in America as a melanated person, and generational wise, and understanding why you or American citizen compared to someone coming over your country illegally? Why would you want somebody to reap the benefits of something? I'm sorry, yo. Why would you want somebody to reap the benefits of what is naturally yours and not appreciate it? Come into your country. Again, I hear people say, oh, if they come into your house, that's not the same. It is the same. Your house is located in the state, which is located in the city, state, wherever you live, is located in your country. Your house, if your home and place of your residence, whatever it is in this country, and you're an American citizen, this is your country. So again, and then some may say, the United States is made up of a bunch of immigrants. Again, I want y'all to apply simple logic. Let's say you bought a house, right? So you recently bought a house. However, when you got it. Let's say you got it for next to nothing, whatever. All those that was in your house prior to you should not have access to that home because yours. Some of these people are bringing up subjects of things that happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Can't change that. Whatever happened, happened. You can only learn from it. So right now, those that are alive are going to have to deal with whatever choices and circumstances that are currently happening right now, which are current events. Why in the world, when I want people, and America has enough criminals on its own. We got enough problems on our own. So we're going to run to other countries and grab all of their problems and bring it over here. Hey, we're a world away from here. God bless you. Welcome in. Please hit the like button. Appreciate you very, very much. Appreciate you. Again, why would you want all these other countries' problems brought to yours? Now, again, I always look back to the day I decided that I was going to 100% switch my party, go Republican, and vote for Trump. I didn't never vote for no other Republican other than when Trump ran the second time. And I can't count the amount of hate I got. Not that it's going to stop me, but I can't count the amount of hate that I got. Now, I voted Democrat many a time. Never once was I ever attacked, criticized by any Republicans. Ever. Not once. Oh, I agree. They not right in the head. I agree 100% they not right in the head. But never once have I was ever criticized by a Republican. Never once. And this is why I don't care. See, the difference between me is that I'm not a coward and other people I don't silence when I'm in the presence of people that do not vote for Trump. And they be like, I can hear people criticize, say, oh, this, that, and that. I said, I don't care. I voted for Trump. I don't back down because I'm in the presence of people that don't agree with me politically. Just like y'all see me online when I do get into these conversations, I am the same way in public. I'm not going to let nobody put fear in me and tell me that I can't have a political stance. And the unfortunate part, the ones that attack me is the ones that match my skin. How can you vote for that racist? But never once did they ever prove that he was a racist. Here's the second thing. They say, how can you switch party and vote for Republicans and then Republicans are the racist party racist, right? And I just sit back and I listen. None of them understand how the Republican Party started. It started from black men. It started from black people. Every legislative that was ever written that benefited black people came from Republicans. So my question isn't why I went and stood with Republicans. My question is, why was I always voting Democrat? If this is the party that my people started, if we want to go into the skin color aspect, which I care less about, if this is the party that my people started, how did we end up on the other side so deeply? If the party over here was the one who supported the civil rights and the Democratic Party was the ones that were trying to keep slavery, How do we end up there? Make it make sense. If all the civil rights that were beneficial to black people came from the Republican Party, how in the world did we end up there? And Joyce, you're absolutely right. And the one thing I got to give Democrats credit on is they know how to keep people poor. They're very good at that. They're very good as coaching people on how to be poor in real talk. And yet you're still here. Yet you're still here. And yet you're still here. And see, these are the type of people, again, that I be talking about. They say all of this stuff, but they have nothing to back it up with. Nothing. I'm watching a video of Trump. He was probably maybe 30 years old or whatever, saying out of his own mouth that he would wish he loved black people. He wish he was black because he think that they're probably the most intelligent people ever. Again, why would a racist person even say something like that out of their mouth? But it is what it is. This is not even really about Trump. This is about right and wrong. You can't tell me where it's been beneficial to black people, melanated people in America. I do have things to back up. There's video floating around of him saying that. And again, you're still here. Your most valuable thing you have right now is your time. And you chose to waste it on me. Because you think, or whatever it is that I'm saying, it resonate with you so much that you can't help yourself but to come to my channel once again. And I appreciate it. But it ain't going to change my stance. You can call me anything you want to call me. It really doesn't matter to me. Because at the end of the day, America is doing way better than it was prior to him getting back in office. My stocks, my investments, everything that I put into play is doing very well. But again, if melanated people want to stay on the plantation of the Democratic Party and keep voting that way because they're the ones that are always trying to fight to keep slavery into play, and then what they did was they threw a few black faces in there to make it look legitimate. But the reality of it is, the truth of it is, they want slavery back. That's why they want these illegals over here so they can get cheap labor. Slavery. This is it. The Democratic Party has never gotten away from their desire and taste for slavery. Never gotten away from it. This is what they've been all the time. They were the ones that wanted to keep slavery back then. If we want to look at it historical wise. They were the ones trying to keep slavery. They were the one doing the slavery. By far. So for anyone else, go find out for yourself. All the civil rights movement, all was supported by and signed by Republicans, not Democrats. But yet we as a whole, by and large, have been supporting the Democratic Party. And I still don't see why. And here's the crazy part. You know that evil follows these people. Evil follows the Democratic Party wherever they go. Because all y'all see in public right now, and all y'all see happening right now, is all where Democrats run. Because those are what you see in Democratic cities is the attributes of Satan. If you go look up Satan's attributes, his behavior, and you go look at everywhere Democrats run, you see the same thing across the board. Lying, stealing, cheating, death, destruction, anything wicked is where they are by far the most. But they don't want to hear that part. They don't want to hear that because it's the truth. And you know what, Joyce? I know for a fact that what you're saying is actually true. They're so out there making so much noise that they do not even see all of the things. I'm gonna put it to you like this. They don't see all of the things that are actually transpiring right now that are so much more beneficial to American citizens than anyone else. And it's so much more beneficial to the American citizen than anyone else. All of the money that is being invested into America is going to make America more prosperous than it's ever been before. That's why the stock market is affected like it is. These companies are actually investing in America as opposed to running to other countries like they were doing before. Why? Because the government finally reversed course and encouraging them to do it here by using tariffs over there. Say, all right, you don't want to pay tariffs? Come over here and do it here. That's simple. That you don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that one out. In order the same way they got over there because it was too costly to do it here is the reason, and now they're coming back because it took the cost away. It's better to do it here and provide jobs for American citizens and get a lot of our merchandise and product here, and then to keep going over to other countries and rely on the rat. Listen, they can determine what they want to sell it to you at some point. If I have all of the resources and y'all have to 100% rely on me, I get to determine the price. See, this is where the logic doesn't make sense to me. Oh, well, we get it cheaper from China. But what if China had everything and you had to rely on what China charged? See, if you don't put a stop to it at some point it's going to be no comeback. If China was the one owning and control all of these resources, because everybody always keep talking about China, then they can determine what they want to charge. Am I right? Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know when y'all keep thinking all Chinese people are nice. China is so nice. I hear people refer to China. Oh, China this, China. China are thieves too. Most of what China does, they got from America. Most of the knowledge that they got from America. And you're right, Joyce, they do. Most of the ideas they got from America. And they were talking about Venezuela. I'm like, Venezuela wouldn't have had no oil if it was not be for America. We was the one who sent people over there and sent equipment over them to show them how to get it out of the ground and how to refine it. America did that, but they don't want to talk about that part. You know why? Because the only thing they want to talk about is what they see negative. And don't get me wrong, America got some negative with it too. America got some stuff with it too. I get it. It does. But I'm not going to invite nobody else's problem to my country when we got enough problems of our own. The fact that they let these illegals come flood into this country like they did is the thing y'all should have been mad about. Not out there fighting with ICE to get them out of here and get rid of the problem. What y'all should have did was to go fight it. Why wasn't y'all protesting Joe Biden and them when they was letting them come over here by the millions? This is how hypocrite y'all. All of y'all hypocrites. And here's the sad part. A lot of these protesters out there, these paid protesters, because they are paid, you let the Democratic Party and these politicians give you a handful of money, or whoever it is just paying y'all, to go out there and put your life on the line. To possibly get killed because you out there violently protesting because y'all not doing it peacefully. There is nothing peaceful about what y'all doing. What y'all doing is violent. Threatening ICE, trying to run them over with cars, throwing rocks, bricks, stones, and all the stuff that they've been doing. Y'all keep heightening up the tension. It's just a matter of time before that pressure start busting them pipes. And then you end up somebody getting killed and somebody getting murdered or accidents happen. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And I'm never going to let someone else come into my country and do it the wrong way, and then give them benefits and reward them. Clearly they don't respect your American law. They don't respect our country enough to want to come over here and do it the right way. They want to cheat their way in. They want to cheat their way in. Let you cheat and watch how they come after you. But yet they want to let them get away with it. You run a red light. They write you a ticket. Oh, that's just a misdemeanor. I still got to pay the ticket. It's not going to just easily go away. Police pull you over and write you a ticket. Let's say you driving without a license. Some places they'll take your car from you. This is what they do to American citizens. You drive without a license. That's not a crime, a hard crime, but you just drive without a license. Don't mean you know how. No, it doesn't mean you don't know how to drive. It just means you're driving without a license. They pull you over, they write you more tickets, possibly take you out of your car, tow your car, maybe even arrest you. They do all of that to American citizens. And these protesters are out there protesting for somebody who snuck into your country. This is why I say their logic don't make sense. And you're letting somebody else pay you to go out there and agitate police officers with guns. Make it make sense. So, and then for the mayors of these cities that's encouraging this stuff, why are you not out there? Get rid of all it for Tim Waltz and the Omar, whatever her name is, and all of these people, and keep talking about that. Get rid of all your security, all the protection that y'all have around y'all, and y'all go out there with the protesters and y'all protest. Go blow whistles in ICE's face. Go try to run ICE over with your car. I bet you won't do that. I bet they won't. You're right, Joyce. They did say it. On camera, he said that. I bet y'all won't do it. Y'all got all these people, these pawns out here, because that's what they are, they pawns, out here acting a fool for a few dollars that y'all giving them, but you don't see none of these politicians out there doing the same thing. And when they do go out there, they got an entourage around them. That's how I know they full of crap. When they go out there, they got an entourage around them, protecting their life because their life matters to them. These protesters' life don't matter to these politicians. The people that are paying these people to go out there, your life don't matter to them. That's why they're giving you a few dollars. Like, go out there. Go ahead. Go put your life on the line. Go protest. Yes, right. They don't even believe what they're saying. They just don't care because what they don't want is the funnel of money that's coming from it. That's what they don't want. They don't want the money to stop. It has nothing to do with your life. They don't want that money to stop, the corruption to stop, the theft to stop, the stealing to stop. This is what these politicians don't want. Tim Waltz and all of them don't want that money that they've been funneling from taxpayers all this time to stop. See, greed done set in them. It's hard to stop when it's been coming so easily. The greed is coming so bad, they don't want it to stop. It's never going to be enough. That woman went from $50,000 to $30 million net worth and still trying to keep the greed going. Because they don't want it to stop. They're greedy. And I'm going to tell you the difference between need and greed. Let's say a man loses his job. Let's say he loses his job. And he got mouths at home to feed, right? He has a hard time finding another job. Money's running out. Things get bad. And as he gets down to the point where he becomes desperate, right? And I'm not saying this is right. I'm just trying to give you a point. And let's just say he's down nothing. And he goes, let's say he breaks into somebody's house. He steals, get $300, $400, $500 out of it. Didn't hurt nobody, didn't kill nobody, just stole the money. Got $300 out, went home. He was able to, take care of it, get some food and stuff for the home, maybe even maintain things, get a little bit of nice clothes and haircut or whatever. And then he goes and he finds a job, right? Oh, I found a job, a way to provide for my family. But it was something about getting away with stealing that never left him. So he has the job, but he keeps stealing. We're going to get into it again, Mark. Next week, we're going to definitely talk about him. I'm glad you went and watched it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Real talk. But He keeps stealing. He has a job. He found a way for him to provide for his family, but he keeps stealing. See, the thing is, he got away with it the first time, and he was able to go back and provide for his family and stuff like that. But the greed starts to set in so deeply that he can't get away from it. And now his need then turned into greed, and he just keeps doing it, and it just goes. It just gets worse from that point on. Joyce, how you? Joyce, it's the Silent Crisis, and I'm gonna get back into the Silent Crisis since Mark brought it up. I'm glad you watched it, Mark. Next Philly Talk, which is next Monday, coming up, we're gonna do a second segment of talking about it. And Joyce, if you didn't get a chance to know what movie we talk about, the movie is called The Silent Crisis. If you have Tubi TV, you can go on Tubi TV and watch it. Ain't Like the Bug was, and the producer name is Kalia Pinnell. Ain't Like the Bug was it, and who's on our show all the time. He was executive producer. A couple of little parts in there that he actually had his face in. But I know them all personally. They're out of the city of Philadelphia. Some of the actors in there and stuff. Actually, one of the actors that's actually in the movie was on Philly Talk yesterday night. And so if you go back and watch Philly Talk night, you'll get a better idea of what we're talking about last night. So if y'all go back and watch Philly Talk from last night, then you'll get a better idea of what we're talking about. I really, really enjoyed that movie. And then we can talk about it. I mean, we can get into it. I'm done with the immigration stuff. We'll get into the conversation about the movie. And I think that, so Mark, I appreciate you going to watch it. I'm definitely going to let Ant Like the Bug know that you watched it. Joyce, Leah said she's going to watch it before we come into the next show. Hopefully you get a chance to watch it. It was actually really good. What's up, Dover Dogs? What's going on? What's going on, my brother? Ryan's next to be on the big screen. I hope so. I wouldn't mind being in the movie. I never was. But I wouldn't mind being in the movie. I'll show y'all my acting skills. I got a little bit of acting skills. I shot something. Yes, it's called The Silent Crisis. It's on Tubi TV. Yes, Silent Crisis, but it has you got to put in The Silent Crisis because that's the name of the movie. The producer of the movie is Kalia Purnell. If you yeah, you got to put in. It's on Tubi TV. I'm sorry. House Party 3. I liked the movie House Party though. It was fun. But I'm getting ready to run a commercial, y'all. I'll be back in 30 seconds, so don't nobody go nowhere. Hang in there. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Fellas, ladies, you're looking for lotions, you're looking for beard oils, but unfortunately everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, B-O-T-T-U, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Yes, we're back. We're back. And make sure y'all take advantage of that promo code for Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare products. That's promo code OG Network 26. That's OG Network 26. And all your purchases of $35 or more, you get a 15% discount on all your purchases. I just had to place another order because I was running low on a lot of stuff. But I love their product. They make hair care products, skincare products, deodorant, body wash. Came out with some new stuff as far as car scents and stuff like that. So if you scroll through their website, and if you need to find the website, the link to the website is right on this channel. Ryan's Opinion Don't Matter, OG Network. You'll be able to click the link, and it'll take you right to the website. And again, you get 15% off all your purchases of $35 or more by using the promo code OG Network 26. And back to the movie. If you haven't seen it, next week on Monday, Philly Talk, when we do the Philly Talk show, we're going to talk about it. And the producer says she's going to try to make it in next week and try to get a few of the other actors in. So we're going to try to make a bigger event because we're trying to put it out there, let people see the movie. You get out there and see the movie. It was, like I said, the movie was done It was very, very good. There was some emotional things in there. I had a few tears running out my eyes. But Mark, I'm glad you got the chance to watch it. Mark, man, if you get a chance, Monday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Mark, we open the floor up. We're gonna open the floor up, for people to come in live if they want to. They don't have to. They can always just put it in the chat. But if some people want to come in live and actually come on the show and actually talk about what they thought of the movie, we're trying to give people an open floor on it. So on Philly Talk, we're gonna be doing it again. We're gonna talk about the movie again, and like I said, this wasn't a movie that had a high budget. A lot of what they did was people that they had to work with what they had to work with, and they got man, they did a tremendous job with working with very little to actually make it happen. I really enjoyed the movie. I did. Joyce, if you get a chance, go check out the movie The Silent Crisis. Um, and the producer did her homework with this story. It wasn't, and a lot of the stuff that was in the movie she's played. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell you. Go back and watch the Philly Talk show from last night, and then y'all can hear it. The show was long, but there's a lot of information that the producer. She didn't do a whole lot of talking, because she was in the back. She couldn't put her face on it because she was doing other stuff in the background, so that's why you didn't actually see her face. There was a brief moment where she put the camera on there, but that's why you didn't actually see her face, because she was doing. Right, but I was still glad that she was able to make it to the show and kind of give people a chance to start asking questions. But then one of the actors came in later and started, with having a conversation and talked about the making of the movie. The father of actually, it was the father of the guy, the son that I don't want to tell too much about the movie because I want people to watch it, so I'm trying to talk around stuff. But one of the actors in there who was the father in the movie was on the show yesterday and just giving us an idea of how it was being on the set and stuff like that. We got to ask a lot of questions. The Fantacular show he was in, he asked a lot of questions. I was just impressed with the movie, and overall, it was a really, really good job. And we're going to keep putting it out there, and I want people to go check out the movie, The Silent Crisis. I know Dover Dog said he saw it, he liked it, he enjoyed it. Mark, of course, said he liked it, he enjoyed it. And Mark said he liked it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to go back and watch it again. Not because I just want to see if there was something in the movie that I missed. But I was watching. Like when I talked to my aunt like the bug about the movie after the fact, he was like, "Oh, Ryan, you really watch. Because I was pointing out certain details that they was hoping people would catch in the movie, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was just pointing out details." And he was like, "Yeah, I know you watched it." He said you paid attention to a lot of the details that we was hoping people would catch watching the movie. He said you pointed almost every last one of them out, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Yeah, it was really, really good, man." I was, I mean, that was a point where I had some tears running down my eyes. You know what I mean? And it was really, really done well. That's all I can say is that it was done well. But so that's why I said Philly Talk this coming Monday, coming up. We had Philly Talk yesterday where we talked about the show. Everybody got a chance to kind of chime in. Leah was there, and she was like, "What y'all talking about?" She was kind of like Joyce was today. So she said she got to go back and watch it. I'm glad Mark got a chance to watch it. Joyce, I'm hoping that you and your daughter get a chance to actually watch it at some point or another. And hopefully by next Philly Talk, which is next week, Monday, we really all get together and really, really bombard it, because she's going to try to get a few of the other actors in on our show on Philly Talk to try to, for people to get to actually ask more questions. Okay, good, good. I'm glad you found it. So she's going to try to get a few more of the actors to come on the show next week so that everybody can have more and more questions and stuff like that. So like I said, this movie was really, really good. No, you're not late, Liam. No, honestly, you're not late. I was in my, Ryan. I was kind of ranting a little bit, but then Mark came in and brought up the movie The Silent Crisis. So it kind of shifted the subject back to the movie, which I'm cool with. I don't, my show don't have it's not scripted, and I don't have to stick to subjects because it's my show. I can do what I want. But how's it going, Leah? Yeah, but yeah. So I'm hoping that all goes well. The producer gets to come back on the show. She gets to come back on the show. Of course, Ant like the Bug is on the show. Um, I'm hoping that some of the other actors get to come back and we really, really get a chance to engage because it was exciting. I had fun yesterday, man. I really did. Just listen and Marcus. I think it was Marcus in the show. I'm gonna use JB, but I'm gonna use Marcus. He was just funny last night. We were just talking. He had me dying laughing, but he he was it was really funny. He was funny yesterday. What's up? What's going on? God bless you. Hold on. Yeah, but they talking about another snowstorm coming through. I know in my area they talking about it. I don't know what that. No, you cool, Mark. It's good. It's, listen, if we change the subject, ain't nobody gonna fire me. But if we can talk about it a little bit, it's cool with that. I'm always cool with that. Oh wow, yeah, we got a lot of snow. If I had to guess off the top of my head with where I live at, we got about 10 inches. Which I've seen more snow than that, so it didn't really bother me. But we got about good 10 to 12 inches. Let me see. Oh wow, yeah. Over here, it wasn't that bad for us. It really wasn't. I don't like. I'm 10 to 12 inches. I've seen more snow than that. So, like me, I'm used to driving in the snow. So I'm not like typical people. They panic and they lose it kind of when it's snowing. I'll just be like, it's snow. What I mean, I'm okay with it. I've seen the snow before, but it don't bother me. How's everybody's morning going? How's your morning going? 'Cause I know mine is going pretty good right now. Hold on. Bling dong. I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't lose no power neither. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, that right there is where it makes it worse. When you lose power, that's where it's problem. But and honestly, around where I'm at, we usually lose power. We usually one of the ones that loses power. Well, that's what's up, man. That's what's good. I know there was a lot of states that the Trump administration set aside money and set aside money and support for certain states. I don't know. I guess some states was a lot worse than the others, but I heard them say that. Get them backup generators. Yeah, we don't have one, especially around here. We usually get. It's not all the time, but we've had issues where we had one time I think that was in the summertime where we was out of like everything was shut down for like almost 2 days. We had a problem with it. National Guard is activated everywhere when state active duty. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all right. Here's the thing. I know that I'm hoping that they do it too. But yeah, definitely the cop was he was he was definitely the suspect. But I got another theory on it too. Um and my second suspect, which is the father-in-law. This is just my brain going somewhere else. Oh, the promo code is OG Network 26. So if you don't remember Dover Dog, just remember OG Network, the channel, and then put 26 right behind it, and that's the easy way to remember it. OG Network 26. Yeah, I put it in the chat, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Leah. I don't. The videos that I saw has a whole lot of questions up there, so I can't speak to right or wrong on that one. My thing is this, and I agree with you when you say that, is that you got to take out the human factor, right? I mean, law enforcement factor. Here's my point to this: if you're going, these number one, they are law enforcement, but you got to take out the law enforcement factor and realize that these are again first human beings, right? They already under a whole lot of pressure trying to do their job. And you're gonna show up under it. You're gonna go insert yourself into these type of demonstrations with a firearm. You probably asking for that problem. Like it's one thing to be able to conceal carry. Like I have a license to carry. I keep mine with me at all times. But what I'm not gonna do is insert myself into a police active situation while I got a firearm with me. And then don't and at that point, what am I expect to happen? So where I think the person went wrong is if you got a firearm on you and you're going to insert yourself into that type of demonstration, you invited it. That's the stupid part. I don't, and these are the very same people that don't that always talk about they don't believe in the Second Amendment. You shouldn't have the right to keep and bear arms. And then when somebody comes up with a gun, now they have a whole different. You guys don't understand the Constitution. You guys don't understand the law. You're making up stuff as you go, and you don't even remember what you said yesterday. Right. And that's my whole point. If I see 10 police officers outside and they all dealing with a suspect, a criminal and stuff, and I decide to bring my firearm and insert myself in that situation, I ask for that problem. I ask for that problem. Simple as that. I ask for that problem. The Constitution and the law hasn't been in operation since 9/11. And that's your opinion. You have your right to it. But I see it in effect. Maybe not 100%, but but yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. That's the issue. If there's not, when you say equal protection for who? Equal protection for who? My thing is this: if you came across into this country illegal, there is no protection for you. Now, I'm not talking about the people out there protesting. If they're American citizens, you have a right to protest. But what I'm talking about is if you are an illegal immigrant in this country, none of this applies to you. You are an invader, and when you are an invader, you don't got no rights in this country as an invader. You have the right to be removed. That's it. Right. You have the right to be removed. That's it. So when you start talking about rights, no other country is just going to let you storm into their country and be okay and just sit there and sit tight and be okay. No, we have a process. There's a difference between legal immigration and illegal immigration. If you come over here legally, you got to go back. If you overstayed your visa, you got to go back. People say, "Oh, they not criminal." I don't care. If you come in my home, if I have an event in my house, this is how that works. If I have an event in my home, I invite y'all to my house. And everybody's there, and I say, okay, party's over at 1 o'clock. Everybody got to leave, and everybody got to go home. Right? This is the point. Party's over, 1 o'clock. Everybody got to leave. Everybody got to go home. Why? Because the permission time that I've given you to be in my home has expired. Now everybody got to go. And if you don't leave, I'm going to throw you out. Same thing with the country. If they give you permission to be over here a specific amount of time, either get your stuff right so you can stay or go back home. That's it. Your time has expired. If I drive my car on an expired inspection sticker, I'm going to be punished for it, right? Why don't they ever go after these businesses and hire them? They do go after them. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but they do go after them. They went inside these businesses and captivated, and they've been dealing with some of them. Not all of them. I don't know how far, but a lot of them have already been dealt with when it came to that. Yeah, Joyce, you're right. And this is what we're trying to prevent here in America. Joyce, you're right, and that's one of the things we're trying to prevent here in America. Under the Constitutions, illegal immigrants don't have rights. They don't. See, what you got to look at when the Constitution was written and why it was written the way it was written. You missing the point. They don't have rights. Zero. You can't give rights to people that was when you look at a lot of the stuff that's in the Constitution, it was because of slavery. It has nothing to do with immigrants. Sanctuary cities was not for illegal immigrants. Sanctuary city was for slaves that was being persecuted, and that's why they had sanctuary cities. A place where you can escape slavery, which was no longer going on, and now they can be into a sanctuary city which was considered a safe place that they can live their life in. That's not for people that are from other countries. Like I said before, you can try to spend it all you want to. It's not for illegal immigrants. You got to remember something. Back then in slavery time, they did not consider black people to be what? Immigrants. And if that was the case, why in the world would we have it be illegal for someone to come across the country and then turn around and just say it's okay? It's not. Again, but they do get their day in court. There is a process of deportation. That's the part everybody keep missing. They act like that ICE is picking these people up and just sending them straight back. Now the criminals, I don't care, but they do get their day in court. That's what everybody's missing. And I'm gonna be honest with you. In my opinion, from the facilities that I've seen, they're being nice to them too. I'm watching the kid. You let the public talk about it. You let the news talk about it. They acting like these people being treated so inhumane, right? Meanwhile, I look at the facility. These kids are in there playing basketball. They're supposed to be reported. The families look like they're living pretty well. Even though they're being kept in these facilities, they look like they're kept very well there until they get up out of here. Regardless of status, people in the United States, we're not talking about United States citizens, though. We're talking about illegal immigrants. They're not citizens. Illegal immigrants are not citizens. So therefore, if you're not a citizen, you don't have a right of a citizen. He's not sending black people back. He's sending people that are illegal immigrants back. Now, back. So if their skin color is black, if their skin color is German, white, if their skin color is brown, yellow, it doesn't matter. If you are here illegally, you're here illegally. I don't care what your skin color is. You got to go back. Exactly. And my thing is this: for the criminals, I don't want a process. Send them back. I don't even want to house them because that costs us money. I don't want to house them. I want to send the criminals back to their country where they belong. Because I already know I don't want to house none of them. Because when you house them, it costs us money. And I don't want to pay for that. Oh, I read it. My thing is this. I So let me ask you, Rick. If somebody broke into your house, would you let them stay? See, there's a thing called common sense. If somebody broke into your house and start eating up your food and living in your house and doing all that stuff, would you let them stay? It's real simple common sense. Would you let them stay? Would you continue to provide everything that they need after they just walked in your home? If somebody walked into your home, would you let them stay, eat up all your food, take up all your space, do all this stuff in your home, and you continue to provide them with your hard working money on a regular basis? I'm just asking. What's up, Mike? What's going on? God bless you. Welcome in. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Right. And that's what's happening. They're trying to twist it into something that they want. Obama deported more illegal immigrants and nobody in history, and nobody said anything about that. Well, they did protest a little bit, but it was nowhere near on the scale that they're doing right now. Wow, that I did not know. A whole lot, a whole lot has been killed by American innocent citizens. I mean, by illegal immigrants. And my thing is this: one is too many. America already has its own problem, so one is too many. But here's the thing: a whole lot of them. But here's the thing: I want to know why they never protest when American citizens get killed. When American citizens get killed by these illegal immigrants, why aren't these so-called American-loving protesters out there protesting the safety of American citizens from illegal immigrants? Why aren't these paid protesters by the Democratic Party are paid to go out there and protest against illegal immigrants when they hurt and kill and murder and sexually assault 13-year-old little girls? Why aren't they out there protesting that? Yeah, we need to get them out of here, hurry, quick, fast, in a hurry. If you really cared about American citizens, you don't. That's crazy. On American tax dollars. On American tax dollars. That's why we have a problem with it. My thing is this: if this is what you're gonna waste my tax dollars on, don't take it out of my paychecks no more. Give me all my money I work for. Let me mess it up. I'm not gonna let you take it and mess it up. Let me decide who I want to give it to. I'm not gonna let you take my money and give it to who y'all want to give it to. You gotta be out of your mind. Can't wait till Trump has Soros and cup. I hope so. And you're absolutely right, Sim. Because and so far, the last, I mean, it was a while ago when I looked, but it was almost 80,000 of them that the Trump administration since been in office, they found. 80,000 so far has been found out of that number. And they do. They want us out of here. They want to take over this country, and we're not having it. I hear what you're saying, but again, no, the people that say they want that won't let it in their house, but they don't. They okay with it coming to the country, but they're not okay with it in their home. That's my point. They want it in the country, which where my tax dollars go to, but they these very same people will not accept this in their own home. But this America is my home, and that's why it's not acceptable to me. Because America is my home. My home is in the state of Pennsylvania. My home is in United States of America. This is my home. So just like I'm not going to let you walk through my front door and just use up my resources, I'm not going to let you walk in my country and use up my resources. Because these resources in this country are for American citizens first. Now, if you immigrate over here and you do it the right way, because we do have a process, welcome to America. You're a citizen. When the time comes and they invite you and you make it to citizenship, God bless you. Welcome to America. Everybody else, you need to go back. I don't pay taxes. So you don't buy Mark. Mark, you don't buy nothing. I'm be honest with you. I don't even know what the left stands for. They switch up. They stand for one thing and switch it into another and switch to another. They don't even know what they stand for. They just know what they paid to do. ICE is killing Americans. No, the white liberals, the ICE protesters are the ones that are killing Americans. Those are the ones that's killing America. The illegal immigrants are the ones killing Americans. Because I keep coming across story after story after story of illegal immigrants unaliving Americans. And then they try to get black people to jump on board with this stuff. But where was the protest when they killed all these illegal immigrants, murdered and raped these black women? Where was the protest when that illegal immigrant set that woman on fire on the train in New York? Where was the protest when these illegal immigrants attacked the police officers? But y'all keep acting like these legal immigrants aren't doing criminal behavior. Where was it? Where was the protest when these illegal immigrants was terrorizing these people in those apartment buildings? Where was all y'all protests then? None of y'all had any type of protest when American citizens actually do die by the hands of illegal immigrants. Y'all retarded selves still out here picking the wrong side, which is cool. That's your choice. That is your choice. And you see this right here? You see what they wrote? 7F Charlie Kirk. And my thing is this. This is what happens. These are the type of people that provoke this type of stuff and end up and then get mad when it comes back to them. Now, I'm okay with you. I'm okay with you saying what you did, but when you start to get obnoxious, you get banned. See how that works? None. None. No outrage. They're not even mad. You decide to go out there in the middle of law enforcement handling their business. My thing is this: if you keep talking about due process, let them go through the due process. I would not be concerned about it unless they were actually American citizens. And does that mean that that ICE is not going to get it wrong sometimes? Yeah, they are. But that's not what's really happening. What's really happening is the vast majority of these people, 99% of these people that are getting put out of here, 0.9% of the people that's getting caught, they're getting it right. There's going to be some mistakes made in that. That's just reality. That's just reality. Y'all funny. What's going on? Yeah, you can't win with these people. There's no point in arguing. Well, you winning, but it's just no point in arguing because they're never going to see the truth. They're just going to see what they want to see. That's it. Time to go. Round them up. That's how I feel about it. That's my stance. Round them up. Round them all up. I don't care how they treat them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know everybody else want to be humane about it. They want to be nice about it. They want to be polite about it. They better be glad it ain't me, because I treat them like horse cap. I'm sorry. I'll round them all up and they be shit. There ain't gonna be no process with me. I'm packing them up and shipping them all out. Why? Because I want to save taxpayers' money. In order for me to save taxpayers' money, I got to get rid of wasteful spending. In order to get rid of wasteful spending, I got to make sure that the country as a whole is not paying for unnecessary stuff, like people being here that should not be here. Simple as that. See, I ain't going to be polite about it. Round them up. I don't want my tax dollars going to people that should not be here. Pack them all up, send them back home, save the taxpayers some money, and find some other ways to save us some money too. And that's real talk. And that's all they're doing is enforcing what's already on the books. No one is afraid of your wanting to be white ass. So let me ask you a question, Ryan. What part of me wants to be white? What is being white? That's my question. So is that what is being white? I'm asking you a question, Ryan. Describe to me what's being white? Give me a description of that. What's being white? I want to know what is your description of what is white? Because I know I shit on the toilet. And I'm quite sure white people shit on the toilet. Chinese people shit on toilets. I mean, I know we all go to the bathroom. We pee and shit the same way. So I need a description of what in the world do you mean by being white? Wanting to be white. Please give me a description. He said, Ryan's black as hell. Again. I agree, you do. They do. They are the real racists. I'm waiting for this description of what it is being white. I'm waiting on that one from Ryan. So maybe he got a lot that he's typing, so it's gonna take a little while. You're right, Leah. But it goes back to what I said earlier, Leah. Leah is the Democratic Party that they really want to keep slavery. They're just trying to do a slick way of doing it. Cheap labor is the same as slavery. My thing is this: is that when you start talking about the cost of living, once you get all these illegals out of here, and business for a lot of people, that free money that they've been getting from these illegal immigrants through government paying out all this money to people. Now these companies and these businesses have to actually provide more for the money. So they're either going to have to lower their prices or go out of business, and another competitor can come back with better prices. These things like this take a while. It ain't no easy fix. And yes, you're right about that. But illegal immigrants don't provide that. Sorry. And that's my point is, Leo, we got enough of our own problems right here in America. We have enough of our own problems. I'm not going to invite nobody else's problems into the country when we have to deal with there's a whole lot of stuff going on in this country. Now you just going to go open the door and the floodgates and bring all of this bum stuff back in here. All of this criminals and all this illegal and everything else going on. Because these people not coming over here with great behaviors. Hey Joyce, I'm with you on that one. I do think that they're tied to it. Straight up black MAGA. Never in a million years would I have thought a black MAGA would exist. What are y'all talking about? See, this is, again, just like when you start to see these idiotic statements like this one, black MAGA, right? My thing is this. This is where it doesn't make sense to me. So, again, what do you mean by black MAGA? Why do y'all always bring up skin color so much? So you telling me that I'm American. I live in America. I want to make my country great because I live in America. My family lives in America. My relative, my children, everybody I know is in America. And just happen to have melanated skin. So if we make America great again, and I'm in this country, that applies to me also. It had nothing to do with my skin color. But I know y'all love skin color. The ones that always talk about they don't like skin color. They always bring up skin color. I wonder how much your skin color going to matter in the grave. This is how idiotic that is. When you born, you didn't get a chance to determine your skin color, and when you die, your skin color ain't gonna make the difference of where you go. So exactly why is so people put so much emphasis on skin color? Why do these people put so much emphasis on skin color when your skin color does not dictate your behavior? What is in your heart and what is in your mind dictates and what we see comes out dictates who you are. Why is it that they so stuck on skin color? So the idiotic statement of trying to be white or the idiotic statements like that tells me that this person don't believe that your skin color dictates your behavior. They don't even think you have a brain, nor do they think you have a heart. Only thing they think you function by is based off your skin color. But I've never seen my personality become anything based on my skin color. Everything that I am comes out of me internally. Everything that I am comes out of me internally, not what's on the outside. That's just what I look like. So please explain to me when y'all bring up skin color, what in the world are y'all talking about? I must have touched a nerve. You must be new to my channel. Yeah, you can't touch my nerves. I don't get mad. I'm never mad. I ain't got a reason to be mad. Why would I be mad? Because all you just talking. Why would I be mad? The person that I voted for is the president. The party that I voted for has a house in the Senate. So please explain to me why would I be mad based off a statement? I got what I voted for, and I'm getting right now what I voted for. So why would I be mad? I have no reason to be mad. Yeah, I don't agree with the two-party system. I really don't. But there is other parties outside of that, but I do disagree with. I don't really agree with the party system, but when you born into a situation, you got to do the best you can to make the best out of it. I don't think all Republicans are good by any means, and I don't think. Well, I can't say I don't think all Democrats are bad because at this point, I can't. I just there is nothing in the Democratic Party that I want any parts of. So for me personally, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm never mad. I ain't got a reason to be mad. My life is beautiful. I love life. I ain't got no reason to be mad. I've been called more things than you could possibly. You can't. There is going to be very little that you can make up and say to me that will make me mad. I have no reason to be mad. I love my life. The reason why I'm not mad is because my life is in the hand of God. Christ is my Lord and Savior. I have no reason to be mad. There is no there is no hell that you could put me into because I'm saved through the grace of God. I have no reason to be mad. Everything internally is settled in me. I'm not looking for anything because I have everything in Christ. There is never a reason for me to be mad. I enjoy it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, let me give you a little bit of history lesson, my brother. So, I'm gonna go back down memory lane, Mr. Thomas, right? Because I'm gonna go back to this statement right here, right? Color of the skin doesn't matter, which is my man Outdoors said, right? Now, I'm explaining to you why I know y'all don't know what y'all be talking about. If you look, Trump, when he came to the city of Philadelphia, which is where I'm from, I never told nobody that I was voting for Trump. I didn't do anything. You know what I did? I wanted to test the theory of everybody trying to say that Trump people don't like black people. So you know what I did? I went right in the middle of them. Every last one of them. Easily 1,500 people out in the street. And I just started talking. I never said I was voting for Trump. I never said anything, where my stance at, none of that stuff. I wanted to test everything that everybody said myself. I went by myself. I didn't go with no entourage. I went by myself around all of the MAGA people that everybody keeps saying is this and that. And I wanted to test it. I said, I'm going to go. Now, listen, you ain't got to believe me. I got video to prove it on my channel. You'll see me walking through there videotaping people with my phone and everything. I never said why I was there. I've talked to the people. I laugh with the people. I joke with the people. And you know what? They never once said, why are you black and why are you here? They never brought up skin Yeah, sorry, y'all. It's StreamYard is be acting up sometimes, and it's acting a fool right now. So I had to play catch up. And like I said, all of that time I sat back and I was with those people, I never said what I was there for. I didn't have on no Trump gear. I didn't have, I'm voting for Trump. I didn't say anything. I just waited to see what was happening. And there was this black guy out there selling, he had a cart and he was selling hats, Trump stuff, this and that and that. Walking through the crowd, they was buying all types of stuff from this guy, right? He was a black man selling merchandise to the people that was out there. And I'm going to be honest with you. The vast majority of people out there were white. So why would they spend their money buying something from a black guy if they didn't like black people? Because he was selling a lot of stuff. So again, I'm not saying that there ain't no racist people that voted for Trump, because there probably are. But the vast majority of the ones that I came on treated me like a regular person. They were nice and they were kind. I go to gun shows all the time. Again, I guarantee you that the vast majority of the people that's at the gun show voted for Trump. And guess what? Nicest people you ever want to be around. And guess what? No one cared what my skin color was. And just like I didn't care what their skin color was. The only people that play that game is the liberals and Democrats. But they only bring up skin color when it's convenient and to their usefulness. When they can use it as a means of causing controversy and anger and stuff like that. That's it. They only bring up skin color because it's a way to trigger people to get mad and get people emotionally riled up. It's a useful tool for the Democratic Party and white liberals. When you bring up skin color, it's a useful tool because most people get emotional and get mad when you bring it up. So this is my point. My point is, until you test it yourself, until you go spend around a lot of time around these people yourself, no matter what their skin color are, you have no idea what you're talking about. You're listening to the news, propaganda, or whatever it is may be. When I went around people, I went by myself. I recorded these people by myself. And not one time did I have a problem out of any of them. Not one. All right, let me ask you a question. Since you want to bring up Republican accounts, I guess you didn't know that the Republican Party was started by black people, huh? So I guess you didn't know that the Republican Party was started by black people, huh? Since you want to talk about Republican Party. Go find out who started the Republican Party. And go find out who was trying to keep slavery. And you might want to reconsider that thought. Because the Republican Party is the reason why we had the civil rights. And they supported all of them. One Democrats wanted slavery. And they still do. They haven't changed. So when you start talking about the Republican, you might want to go look at how the Republican Party started. Because it was black people that started the Republican Party. The civil rights movement was supported by the Republican Party, not Democrats. Yesterday's Republicans are not Republicans today. I'm Republican. And my thing is this: where is your? Let me ask you a question. So when you start talking about Republicans being support the KKK, the Democratic Party was started by the KKK. So since you want to bring that up, and they still haven't changed. So the biggest supporter of the Democratic Party is the KKK. That's why you see all these white liberals out here protesting, because they're supported by the KKK. Dirty Money, what's going on? God bless you. Why are Republicans creating walls of the black? Name one wall. All these black businesses in America. Obviously, you clearly don't see what's going on. Name one black business in America. Listen, I want to show you something, right? I'm getting ready to run a commercial, and I'll be right back.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Now, hopefully you watched the commercial, right? That's a black-owned business right here in America. That not only do I purchase my product from all the time, but also supports my channel. Now, also gave me a promo code, which is OG Network 26, that anybody can use to get a 15% discount on that product. They make hair care products, skincare products, and they make them for everyone. That is a black-owned business. That is American-made, black-owned business right here in America. Right here. They make great product. I purchase that product all the time. See this? This is a candle that I got from them. I got candles I got made. I got body wash, everything. All of this stuff made in America, and they just happen to be melanated too. I don't care if they. I mean, it's great that they are African American or melanated. But again, black, they're in America. This is an American-made company. American-made. Their products are made right here in America. And they just happen to be melanated. So what are you talking about? I got proof that you can go in business as a black person right here in America. Because I got one that supports my channel. And I support by buying their product on a regular basis. So my thing is this. I ain't worried about their skin color. I can care less if I like the product, that's great. But there is a factor in this. They happen to be melanated. They happen to be black in America, made in America. So again, and for anybody that's on my channel, again, if y'all looking for skincare products, hair care products, they make it for everybody. It doesn't matter your skin color. They make product for everybody. So my thing is this. If you're looking for hair care products, you're looking for skincare products, and I use their products all the time. Body wash, deodorant, they make all this stuff. They make car fresheners. They make a lot of different products. If you're looking for the website, it's right here on my channel. The link to the website is right here on my channel. And if you go in there and you spend $35 or more, you get a 15% discount by putting in the OG Network. OG Network 26 is a promo code. OG Network 26 is a promo code. And if you want to support American-made business, product that's being made right here in America, go check out their channel. Go check out the website. The link to it is right here on my channel. And if you're one of those people that want to support black-owned business, which is cool, they just happen to be melanated too. Try the product out. See if you like it. Try the product out and see if you like it. So my thing is this, for those that melanated and you want to support black-owned businesses, there you go, right there. If you're American and you want to support American-made business, there you go, right there. American-made company, making American-made product, and believe me when I tell you, their product is fire. I love the product. I use their product on my hair. I use it on my skin. I use their deodorant. I use their body wash. I buy their candles. I buy a slew of things from them. And they make it right here in America. They located right here in America, and they make it in America. It is a small business, but everything that they make is right here in America. So here's an opportunity for anyone on this channel to go check out their website, which is the link is right here on Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. The link is right on my channel. As soon as you go to the main page of my channel, the link is right there. All you gotta do is click and you go right to their website. And if you spend $35 or more, they give you a 15% discount. So if you want to help make America great, or if you want to help melanated businesses thrive in America, here's your opportunity. Don't talk about it. Put your money where your mouth is. I do. I don't know about him making the richer richer. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like this right here, when he say making the richer richer, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's not true. And if you have a sense of a brain, listen, everybody missed it. Everybody, all y'all people who's so caught up in your attitudes and stuff, y'all missing what it's doing. See, what makes the richer richer is cheap labor, not having to pay an American wage to do business. That's what makes the richer richer. But when he came in here and started getting all these illegal immigrants out of these businesses that was using these people for cheap labor right here in this country, now they got to go pay American wages with American salaries, with American insurances. Now they're going to have to pay the piper if they want to stay in business. Otherwise, time to go. But I know y'all not going to care about that part because y'all don't understand what that means. That's why it's essential to get these illegal immigrants out of here and open up those doors for American citizens, and they have to be forced to pay American wages. Therefore, they're going to lose profit. And if that means I have to pay a little bit more for it for Americans to go back to work and have great jobs, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Leon, you're absolutely right. That's what they really want. They want civil unrest because most of these people are not even from this country. A lot of this y'all hearing, they're not Americans. See, what y'all don't understand, and this is what I was talking about a while ago, is that we got people here that don't want to be here, that ain't supposed to be here. And they're the ones pumping all this propaganda out. They got what we call sleeper cells. And what they want is the divisiveness to keep going so that they can continue to slip in and try to overtake this country. That's why we need true, hardcore, solid Americans to make sure we don't allow this to happen. And that's real talk. I worked at Toyota, probably about 50 illegals on the ships. And see my point? Yeah, good luck with that one. Y'all crazy. Let me tell you something. Everybody got everybody got a threat until they hit with a real situation. Let me explain something to y'all. The military got weapons that none of us know about. They got stuff that you didn't even know was actually made. The one thing you don't want to do is to really go up against ICE where they actually have to send the military in because you don't want that smoke. There is nothing on the streets that comes remotely close to what the military has access to. And that's real talk. I know that to be so. You will be, if Baltimore, if the fools on Baltimore thought for a minute they can stand up against the ICE, they have another thing coming. They would not be ready for what will come. They will. You see what happened to the president of Venezuela? They went into their territory, got the president of Venezuela, and nobody got hurt. They did it fast and swift without anybody getting killed. Believe me when I tell you, you don't ever want to put your city under that because you ain't ready for what the military is about. Believe me when I tell you, there is nothing on this street is ready for what the military is about. Because you got to remember something, ICE works for the federal government. And if ICE is under that duress and they send the military in to save them, it's a whole nother ball game. These young fools out here ain't ready for that. Let me tell you something. You don't want being a person that follow a lot of things that are innovative, right? As far as guns and stuff like that. And there's stuff that I know about when it comes to weaponry and stuff like that that never makes it to the regular market. You don't know what the military, the police, law enforcement have. You have no idea. The stuff that they put in the movies is the stuff that the military don't even use no more. They've advanced and moved on to something else. And then they let the public know. So it's one thing to sit out there and try to threaten people. And my thing is this: if you live in Baltimore, listen what I'm trying to tell you. I don't care who you are. If you live in Baltimore, any one of these cities, do not do that. Don't ever think that y'all ready for what the military have. Don't be that stupid. Don't be that cocky. And don't think you built like that. Go live your life. Stay out of harm's way and don't go live your life. Don't get caught up in that. Don't even let yourself get emotionally involved in getting out in the street where you try to go up against ICE and all y'all get unalive and y'all letting these people provoke y'all to do that stuff. Don't do that. Your life is more valuable than that. Don't let somebody provoke you. Baltimore, Philadelphia, all these cities. Don't let these fools provoke you out there to go out and fight against ICE. Let these stupid idiots go do that. Don't do that. You're not ready for that problem. You ain't ready for that problem. Believe me when I tell you. Listen, anything you talking about, mm-mm. I got stuff that go through walls. Everybody can get suits out. I got stuff that go through bricks. That what's behind me go through a wall. What are you talking about? That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. The military got stuff you ain't never seen. I got stuff to go through walls. My point is that like you had to be crazy. Yeah, so and the funny thing of it is that it's all right. It's always race. Like I said, they always got to make the race. But here's the thing, and I can speak for this one. If Leah did not, if Leah was a racist person, right? Because I'm gonna use Leah because I know she's on my channel. She's always on my channel. I mean, as much as she can. She wouldn't even be on my channel. She just, if Leah had anything to do with race, she looked at my. As soon as she saw my skin, she was like, "Oh, I'm not watching his video because of his skin color." Now, when she was on Philly Talk watching it, found out about a movie that she know is about black children being kidnapped, murdered, and stuff like that. She wanted to go watch that movie. She participated in it. She'd been on the show with 2 to 3 melanated brothers just because we having conversation. But again, skin color don't matter. Who you are as an individual is what matters. Simple as that. I don't care about nobody's skin color. If I'm out and about, only thing I'm caring and worrying about is your intentions. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're brown, purple, blue, red, green, whatever. All I care about is what is your intentions as I'm out and about my life. Because if I just if I just go somewhere and just assume that every time I see a white person, then everything's gonna be great, I'm an idiot. If I go out and I assume every time I see a black person, everything's great, it's everything's safe. Nobody, their skin color is black, we're good. Their skin color is white, we're good. They're all Chinese, and nothing's gonna happen. I had to be a fool. Every skin color got problems. Criminals, good people, and bad people. You know what? I want to entertain this. Because he's referring to white people having a 400-year head start. I want everybody, hold up 1 second. I want y'all to look at this. I want us to talk about, I want to get into this right here. You had a 400-year head start, right? I want to change the subject just a little bit. And I want y'all to listen to what I'm getting ready to say. Let me ask y'all a question, right? If somebody had a 400-year head start, how do you catch up? Oh, I wasn't on the movie. I wasn't in it. It was Ant Like the Bug was on the movie. Ant Like the Bug. I wasn't actually in the movie, but Ant Like the Bug, that's a relative of mine. He was part of it, and then Kalia, we all know each other. We grew up in the city of Philadelphia. But I want to get to this question right here. This statement actually. The 400-year statement. Look at that right here. You have 400-year head start. That's the problem, right? Now, here's the thing. I want to ask you a question. If someone had a 400-year head start, how do you catch up? How do you catch up? Let's just say, for the sake of conversation, how do you catch up? How do you catch up? I'm going to entertain that. 400-year head start. How do you catch up? All right, so one says you don't. Leah says equality, not special treatment. Your assumption is resources. All right, next question, because I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this. So let's, for the sake of conversation, how do you catch up? Number one, I'm going somewhere with this. All right, so what's the most valuable thing you have? What is the most valuable thing that you have? Leah said yourself, time, family, knowledge, experience, around. All right, so my point is this. And listen, I'm not getting into, this is not even about right or wrong, slavery, or nothing like this. My point is this, and some of y'all answers were very good, but I'm talking about the time factor, right? If you get up every single day and you're wasting the time that you have, number one, arguing back and forth about what we agree and disagree with, right? Meanwhile, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Who is Bill Gates going on back and forth arguing with right now? I'm getting ready to show you how you make up 400 years. I'm going to show you how you make up 400 years. Who is Bill Gates arguing back and forth with right now? All right. That was funny, Jones. Jamie. That was actually funny. Now, again, who is, when Elon Musk started Tesla, where did he spend his time doing? My point is this, is that if I sat back and dwelled on what happened 400 years ago, I'm living in the now. I can't worry about 400 years ago, right? I can only live in the now. This is what I affect is what is right now. I can't change what happened 400 years ago, right? So for people that dwells on what happened 400 years ago, and you say, oh, you had a head start. Let's just say, for sake of argument, that's true. Let's just say it's true. All right, so if I get up every day worrying about they had a 400-year head start, when am I going to start? When am I going to start to play catch up? And here's the reason why, again, I say we have the problem. A lot of times, when it comes to this is because for vast amount of years, the population of the Black Americans hasn't increased. The reason why is because our family system structure has been broken to the point where we're more likely to abort a child. We're more likely to abort children than to have them. And we've always supported the Democratic Party for the last 60 plus years. Because prior to the Democratic Party, black people were doing very, very well. If you go look up Black Wall Street and what they call Black Wall Street, black people was doing very, very well back then. We had very little need from the government. We had our own businesses. We were supporting our own stuff. And it had nothing against no other skin color. It's just that at that time, black people would thrive. So my thing is this. The reason why is because we continuously support the very party is the ones that's causing the destruction amongst our own people. That's why you can't catch up, because you still think that supporting the Democratic Party is going to somehow or another save the black community. And it's not. It has been the number one destruction for the black community is the Democratic Party. I get on my channel on a regular basis and I talk about investing in real estate. I talk about investing mostly in stock because that's my thing. I love to invest in stock. I talk business. I talk money. If you let somebody else, now here's where this is why I have to disagree with the 400 years head start. This is why I disagree with it, even though there is some truth to it, but here's where I disagree with it. The reason why I disagree is because there are Chinese people that came over here and doing extremely well. White people aren't even the most wealthiest people in America. That's where y'all get it wrong. The most wealthiest people in America is not white. They in third place. So somebody else came over here and exceeded past the wealth of white people. This is where y'all wrong. So if somebody can come over this country long after 400 years you've been here and financially exceed past every ethnic group that's actually been here the longest, what's your excuse? What's our excuse? Because white people aren't the most wealthiest people in America. I hope y'all don't know. I hope y'all know that. It's Indian. Indian. And guess what? White people aren't the second most wealthiest people in America. So for you to say 400, you had a 400-year head start. Okay, cool. If they had a 400-year head start, how is it that other people from other groups come over here long after we've been here and they passed and we didn't? Make that make sense. And here come the excuses. Chinese people never had their progress, attacked, and achievements weaponized. Here come the excuses. All right, so wait a minute. Somebody said South Street was burnt down. And here we come with the excuses. That's the reason why you gets nowhere. Because the first thing you look for is a reason and an excuse, as opposed to motivating yourself to actually do something. Because here's the thing. I've never been oppressed. And I'm melanated. I've never had nobody tear me down, and I'm melanated. No one has ever stopped me when I went into contract business. No one has ever stopped me when I went into the car detailing business. And no one has ever stopped me when I went into real estate business. And no one has ever stopped me when I started investing in the stock market. I spend my time, vast majority of my time, being productive. I'm not looking for excuses. I'm going to go get everything that's to me. And here's the thing. If I was on this live talking about financial stuff, I would have 4 people that will stay there and the rest of them will go. Because it's not an argument. It ain't no drama. It ain't nobody calling each other names. See, y'all like that type of stuff. It's entertaining to y'all. So if I spend my time arguing with y'all about Trump this, Trump that, hate Republicans, hate Democrats, that's what y'all like. And then at the end of the day, when I close this video out, and at the end of the day, ask yourself, how much money did it make you? That's why I love this country. America is the greatest country in the world. Why? Because it's opened the door for people, regular people like you and me, to do whatever it is we want to do to make a life for ourselves. If you take advantage of it. Capitalism is an amazing thing. I love it. Why? Sorry about that, y'all. It ain't me. That's that goddamn internet. Like I said, I don't put up excuses. I put up work. You're not preaching anything, brother. You're just here admitting that you're here to get money. Why can't I do both? Do you realize YouTube don't pay a whole lot of money? I'd be broke if I lived off of YouTube. Again, it's capitalism. My thing is this. You think Michael Jordan went to play basketball solely on the fact that he liked playing basketball? He didn't have no intentions of ever getting paid for it. You don't think that Michael Jordan went there, he just, I want to play basketball. I don't want to get paid. I just want to do it and not do it and not get anything out of it. Now, you can love what you do and get paid for it too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can love what you do and get paid for it too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's why I like capitalism. See, my thing is this. You need to go find out if you having issues, you should use it to your benefit. If you know how to do something, make it and sell it. If you know how to build something, build it and sell it. So find out what people need and provide it to them. Can I see that rifle? No, I can't show it to you. This is why black conservatives will never get big support. You have to be delusional. Excuse me? Let me explain something to you. This is why being conservative has been so much more beneficial to me. Because for you to say that we don't get support, listen, I haven't been doing YouTube very long. And I'm not saying that I have a large platform, because I really don't. But the vast majority of people that follow my channel are conservatives. Democrats, the ones that stand for Democrats, are the ones that hate And they will never really support my channel. They only come in here to criticize and hate. I'm on YouTube showing people, first of all, exposing my own life. Number one. Number two, I'm on here and I talk about different things to show people what I'm doing and hope that if they take advantage of some of that, they might actually might benefit from that too. I don't care about what your skin color is. I don't care. Who I am on YouTube is pretty much who I am outside. Support among the people. Let me tell you something, bro. I was born and raised in the city of Philadelphia, North Philadelphia. 95% of the people match my skin color. Matches my skin color. Most of the money that I've made did not come from them. Some money, and don't get me wrong, there was a strong support for my own skin color. But it was also strong support outside of my skin color. And if I did things based off of skin color, and if I waited for support based off of skin color, good luck with that. It will never happen. It will never happen. You know what? People spend their money on things that they see value in. This is what I'm trying to tell you. People spend their money on things that they see value in. When you go into any store that you go into, and this is a hard true fact, you rarely ever worry about the skin color or who made it. You don't even look in to see how many black people involved in that. If you care that much about your community, which I do, if you really pay attention to the things that I do, I care extremely a lot for everybody in America, but I also care for my own people. Because the one thing that anybody on my channel know, I put my people on as often as I possibly can. Not because they so much because of the skin color, it's because they got something of value and they just happen to be melanated too. And what I'm telling you is this. I grew up in North Philly. When I grew up in North Philly in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, all right, you wasn't that far from me. 11th and Erie, EA all day. I'm quite sure you know what that means. If you've been around 17th and Allegheny, you know what EA all day means. EA all day. 11th and Erie, Broad and Erie, Erie Ave, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But again, there you go. Born and raised all my life. Still own property down there. So when I talk what I talk, I'm not doctrinated. I see the results of the support of black people when it came to the Democratic Party. The underlying problem for the black community is the Democratic Party. And they refuse to get away from it. Democrats been running the city of Philadelphia for years. Democrats have been running the city of Philadelphia for years. Wilson Good. What's his name? What's that? You had, what's the guy's name? Wilson Good, Mayor Nutter, John Street. All of these Democrats been running the city of Philadelphia. And civil rights was not long ago. And that's true. But here's where everybody can miss into that. The civil rights movement was 100% supported by the Republican Party, not Democrats. This is the point that I keep making. The Democrats never supported the black people. It was the Republican Party that did. So my thing is this: if I live in a city and I see all the people that's running it, and I notice that the common denominator is the Democratic Party in Chicago, in Philadelphia, in Atlanta, in Baltimore, Maryland, Los Angeles, California, and I can go New York City, I can go across all of these places and notice that the common denominator in all of them is the Democratic Party. Why would I stay on that path? That's insanity. And expect something different. I don't have an entourage around me. I'm usually by myself. I don't have a bunch of people that I talk to. I don't have a panel that I go to get information. I do it all on my own. I do it single-handedly. Why? I came to these conclusions on my own. I don't care if people agree with me, and I don't care if they don't. I see the fruit of my labor. I see the fruit of everything that I change, and I see the result of it. So why in the world would I change my philosophy to try to go into something when I have yet to see the benefit of it? We haven't. So the common denominator amongst the black community has been the support of the Democratic Party. And they just refuse to get away from it. I don't know why. I can't speak to why. And I just not going to participate in that no more. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of all Republicans neither. Not by any means. The only reason why I voted down Republican line is to make sure that Trump had the easiest possibility to get the stuff done that he campaigned on. That's it. I know that they were rigged. That 2020 election was rigged. That was the whole purpose behind COVID. That was the whole purpose behind COVID, was to be able to pull that rigging off of getting all of these mail-in ballots and stuff like that. I watched video after video, people stuffing the ballots. There is no question to me, especially places like City of Philadelphia and some other ones, who got hundreds of thousands of people voting that should not be voting. I know that it was rigged, but it is what it is. I moved on from it. I get what you're saying, Mark, but I moved on from it. Whatever happened, happened. You can't change that. I know it ain't that far ago, but I'm done. I'm not even there no more on that. That's why I rarely ever talk about it. Because I'm moving forward. I'm looking forward, ahead. I'm not worrying about the past. The past I learned from, but I can't change what happened. I'm worrying about the future. And right now, for me personally, the future looks great. The future looks great. And if all goes well, one day, oh my God, I agree with you. All of those events have happened. But again, I can't change none of that. Most of the people that was involved in that are no longer here. I agree that these things happen. But if I spend my time dwelling on the past, I learn from it. And I learn and I put things into perspective of not putting myself in a predicament where I allow that to happen again. This is the very reason why I am very adamant about the Second Amendment. Especially, and I talk to black people all the time. Why would you let the government, who have done these things to black communities over the past, tell you what you can have access to and not? And most of the time, it's the Democratic Party telling you you don't need this gun, you don't need this weapon, you don't need that. Why? It's because when if you start to get any progress as a black community, it's going to be the Democratic Party that's going to try to destroy it again. This is the reason why I say that. Because I know the Democratic Party play. I've learned it. They are the ones that did the Jim Crow. They're the ones that destroyed Black Wall Street. They're the ones that had supported the Black KKK. They are the ones that's been doing it over the years, and we still keep supporting that party. That's the ones that keeps doing it. So the only thing to prevent that is to show unity through strength. So if all of us who are melanated people Our strength is in unity. Our strength is in unity. Make sure we do not let them tell you what you can and cannot have. So that if these things ever was to arise again, there is a force that they will have to deal with if it ever comes to play again. And this is my point that I keep trying to make. You guys are not understanding why I say the things that I say. This is the reason why it is essential to never let government get in the predicament where they can control people's behavior, because the more power you give them, the worse they're going to become. And Mike, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But again, if you don't have a way to defend yourself against these type of people, and my thing is this, just like you said they're corrupt, and I agree with you, there is our own skin color are in these type of predicaments and these positions and doing the very same thing to the people. It ain't even just the white ones at this point. It's all the skin colors doing it. Because the city of Philadelphia, the vast majority of judges are black. The mayor's black. They're doing just as much damage to their own people as the people that they say supposed to do. You can't almost trust none of them. That's why you have to trust God and hold man to where they supposed to be. Right down here, because it can't be trusted. And this is where unity comes into play. That's how I talk. And this is where I keep trying to tell people. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all this. When it comes to corruption, they might want to put it on the people, but when it comes to these politicians, the corruption, that's when the skin color goes away. It's just all of them start to, oh, we can do this and get away with it and nobody's going to do anything. That's where the corruption starts. That's where it starts. That's where it goes sour right there. That's where the corruption starts. All of a sudden, the skin color is not going to matter because it's no longer the skin colors are no longer useful. And a lot of these politicians, they only spew this stuff because it's useful. I don't trust nobody in government. I trust God. That's it. Miss Parker owned by corporations. It's like Will Smith movie. Then the Titanic came out and nobody remembers it. Yeah, and I agree with that. They do. And that's where I always do. I go back to, listen, if at the end of the day, I trust God, I don't trust man. I only trust man to the level of what they earn. That's it. I trust man to the level of what they earn. Outside of that, I don't. Because every single one of us are subject to a lot of stuff. Listen, How many times as a human being, and this is people that know how to be honest with themselves, have you said you'll never do something and then turn around and did it? For those that are willing to be honest with themselves, how many people have said to themselves, I will never do this or never do that, and then turn around and did the very thing that they said they'll never do? So even to yourself, you can't, sometimes you can't even trust your own self. So why would I go into the level of trying to trust someone else? Stop watching sports, Hollywood, TV, music is all part of evil conditions of the mind. Yeah, that's why they call it programming. I agree with you because that's the reason why they in TV they call it programming. The programming, the programming is to program your thought pattern to have you thinking and believing a certain way. That's why they call it programming. Yeah, I don't. One thing I don't agree with: nobody is supreme over me but God. Yeah, I didn't. Be honest with you, I don't even know what movie you talking about, Mark Sanson. Because I'm like, what movie is he talking about? Will Smith. Well, I'm not really a big TV person anyway, so it's rare. I don't jump on movies and stuff like that. I'm not really big on watching movies. Anyways, I wouldn't know. I watch them, but I don't really watch. I don't go out of my way. Yeah, like I said, I know that there. My thing is this: is that I know personally that there's racism, whites. There's races. Every race got racism in them. But my thing is this: I can't spend my energy and my time focusing on who's racist, who's not, who likes me, who don't. I just don't have the time for it, and I'm not going to entertainment. Am I aware? Do I know what people have a tendency to do and not do? I'm good. But again, that the time that you have is your most precious time. And that is not a major subject for me because that's not something that I deal with on a regular basis. That's not a problem that I have to deal with on a regular basis. I got money, bills, all this stuff like that. Yes, racism does exist. It does. There's no fact to that. But I can't waste my time on it every single day. So I agree with Mike. It does exist. But it's not on the scale that I have to. There are other major things that are happening every single day that I have to be more in tune to, other than just, oh, I want to say I'm not one of those people, and I never was that was on that train like that. But the one thing I am is, and one thing I try to do is this: is that I need to make sure that my life is productive. I need to make sure that my life is doing everything I can do to financially better my position in life. The more I have power over, the more I can control. I can't control what everybody else can do, but I only can control what I do. And that's the only way that I can make things happen is to, number one, put myself in a predicament. And my thing is this: is that, like I said, and even when it comes to, like, for the people that are always trying to come on my channel and say, oh, you trying to be white. Now, Leah and Mark, y'all been here for a little bit. Leah did not watch it, but Mark did. Now, we had Philly Talk, right? That movie was made, written, produced by a black woman, right? By a black woman. The movie was amazing, right? So, but on my channel, we was talking about the movie because we want to encourage people to go watch the movie. And if y'all don't know what movie we talk about The Silent Crisis. Great movie, great movie. We talk about the Silent Crisis that we've been encouraging people to go watch. So if you haven't seen it, it's on Tubi TV. Please go check out the movie. The Silent Crisis is on Tubi TV. Great, 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 great movie. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I love these discussions that we have. I love it when we get on here, and I always say this is what we have. We can't hate each other. We can't argue with each other to the point where we hate each other. We got to come together as Americans and love each other in spite of our differences so that we can work through our differences and come together as a unit. Because the only thing that's going to keep the United States government legit is to see the power and unity in the people. The more the people unify, the more the government going to realize that we can't just do what we want to do because they're not going to have it. The people are coming together strongly, and we don't need that problem. But again, back to the movie. If y'all haven't seen it already, please go watch The Silent Crisis. It's on Tubi TV. Check it out. When we do Philly Talk next Monday again, we're going to talk about the movie for a second time. We was on the movie. We were talking about the movie yesterday on Philly Talk. Everybody was in there. That was in there. We had a great conversation. It was a great thing. It was a great. We was thankful and grateful to people that came in. But I'm encouraging y'all to please go to Tubi TV and watch the movie The Silent Crisis. It is a great, great, great movie. It's not no high budget movie, but I'm telling you, is for what they had to work with, it is absolutely extremely great movie. Please go watch it. Number one, and here's the thing. Honestly speaking, that would be it would be a loving thing to see us all come together. Real talk. And real talk, it would be a lovely thing to see us all get off this stuff because at the end of the day, when you die, your skin color is not going to matter. It really isn't. It has no factor in it. But if we all learn to come together, and that's the only thing that's going to make the United States government stay legitimate, is when the people start to unify for real, for what is right, not bull stuff, not stupid stuff, but stand together for what is right as a unit to make sure that the government is doing what it's supposed to do, which is right by the people of America, American citizens, and no one else. And when I say American citizen, I'm talking about those that are born and raised here and those that have migrated here legally and did the process the right way. Simple as that. And it don't matter what the color of your skin is. I think honestly, when you say why do people keep saying black ones are created separate, I think that's everybody. I don't think when you say why do people keep saying that lying black people are the ones creating separation, I can 100% say that is not black people creating the separation. Yes, we partake in it, but that's every race. And I can sit here and give you all types of scenarios of why every race participates in that thing. Like, here's my point. I'm going to give you one, maybe a couple. But the one reason why I say that is because when you go into I know when I used to go into a Chinese store or clothing store, right? Chinese people were programmed to think that all black people steal. So when you went into their store, they watched you like a hawk. They watched you like a hawk, right? Now I'm going to tell you how, and I'm not saying this right, but I just want y'all to hear what I'm saying. We as black people knew that, right? The thieves of the black community knew that. So you know what they would do? They would go get their white friend because they wanted to steal. So they would go get their white friend. and say, all right, we're going to go into the store, they're going to be watching all the black people and they will get the white person to do all the stealing. Why? Because they're not going to assume, they assume that all black people steal because they have a racist mindset and they've been programmed by what they see. So they will get a white person to go in there and do all the stealing. And while the black people walking around not doing nothing, they distracted by the black people while the white person is going in there and stealing. Because they assume all black people steal. Oh, Leah, you put it up? Okay, that's what's up. Appreciate you putting it up, Leah. Y'all really killing the chat. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Listen, y'all. I'm getting ready to say something real crazy. I don't know when, but I might end up running for president. I want to see how much hate I get. I don't know when, but if all goes well in my life, I might end up running for president. What y'all think? I want to see how much hate I get. Ron, I got 1 vote. 2 votes. I got 2 votes. And Trump can be president, anyone can. You get no votes. I got 3 votes. Appreciate y'all, those that said they would. Oh, shucks, I got 4 votes. How am I going to fix healthcare? You're not gonna like my answer. Because honestly speaking, I can fix healthcare, but you're not gonna like my answer because you're gonna think it's wrong. The way you fix healthcare is to get government out of it. I'm being honest with you. That's where the problem lies. The problem lies when governments gets involved in healthcare. Oh, I got 5 votes. I'm rolling. And here's the thing. I understand that most people are not going to understand that, why I'm saying that, what I'm saying. But if I was to run for president and I would actually structure the healthcare system the way I wanted to structure it, the quality of healthcare would go up and the cost of healthcare would go down. But the first thing I would do everything to get government out of it because I know that government is the number one problem of why healthcare is what it is today in America. Government's involved. When government gets out the way and stop trying to do everything, then we can fix with healthcare. See, healthcare wouldn't be a problem if it was affordable. If you was getting more for your money. And I understand, listen, we live in a communist country. I mean, not communist, I'm sorry. We live in what they call, I don't know why I can't think of the word, but y'all know what I mean. Capitalism. We live in a capitalism country, right? America's a capitalism. And one thing I know about capitalism is this. If someone has to compete for your dollar, they'll be willing to give you more for it. Listen to what I'm getting ready to tell y'all. And listen, like I said, I don't need everybody to agree with me. I just want y'all to understand something. If someone has to compete for your dollar, the money that you have, and you made it more harder for them to get it, you'll get more for your dollar. The reason why healthcare sucks and is so expensive is because no one has to compete for the money. Healthcare hospitals are getting too much help. Way too much from the government. Take government out of the equation, and that's it. Take government out of the equation, and you'll be surprised how much healthcare will change and how much better it will become, and you'll get more for your dollar. Here, and this is the scenario that you use. If you got two people that's selling the same car, right? But nobody's buying. Let's say two people selling the same car, but nobody's buying. Everybody wants to buy, but nobody's buying. So one car dealer says, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower my price by $100 so that I can try to get the money out their pocket. You say, oh, his car is $100 cheap. The other one goes back and look and say, well, you know what? I got some wiggle room. I'm gonna bring that price down too. Before you know it, they're competing with each other trying to get your dollar. That's how we win as consumers. Making it harder to get the money so they bring the prices down to where we can afford it. But if the government keeps giving in and just giving up money for every little stupid thing and don't even count the cost and don't even manage the cost of what they're doing, just letting it roll no matter what, because it's not coming out of my pocket, but it is coming out of our pocket, coming out of the taxpayer's pocket. That monster never dies. So the first thing I would do is get government out of it. And let people decide where they want to spend their money at. And then honestly speaking, all you really have to do as an individual is set up a trust, a healthcare trust fund amongst your family. And you don't need government at all. That's a blessing, man. I'm glad you're looking at that. I'm glad your 401k looks that good. Make me the head of deportations. Make me the head of deportation so that I can deport all Trump supporters to El Salvador, and I will vote for you. You know what I'll do? Cool, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you head of deportation, right? If I win, I'm gonna make you head of deportation, right? And then I will allow you to deport all Trump supporters. But before I do that, I'm gonna tell all the Trump supporters, to identify as non-Trump supporters. Yeah, your mama is good news, man. Let me tell you something. There's so many different topics we could get into, but and so many topics that we can get into. I got to get ready to get up out of here, but it was fun. It was, and I love it when we had these conversations, man. And yeah, sometimes I wish the I wish people had more of a sense of humor and not take everything so seriously. Yes, these are serious matters, but the biggest thing is the more we come together, the best we can get. The better we show our strength, and not let government continue to take advantage of the people. And that's real talk. And not let government continue to take advantage of the people. None of us are perfect. None of us have all the answers. Everybody here is trying to become a better version of themselves day by day, hopefully. Now, I mean, but the more we have these conversations, the more we get online and we have these conversations, we can show the world that, you know what, skin color don't really matter. Skin color is not the important part. The important part is that we're all Americans. We love our country. We want the best for the people of our country. And we don't mind helping other people neither. We really don't. We actually don't mind helping other people neither. But we first got to take care of home. A mother and father getting up, going to work every single day. And when they get paid, they go out there and feed everybody else, but don't feed their own children. Probably is a problem. It probably wouldn't go off so well. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta look at your country. Nobody's perfect, but we need to take care of home first. I don't care who the president is. I don't care which president they are. I don't care who Congress is and all that other stuff. But for far too long, American citizens, the American taxpayers have been ignored. And and whether you like what's going on or not, you can't say that what is not the things that are happening right now, in my opinion, is by far more beneficial to American citizens than anyone else. But you got to give it time to play itself out. Some of it has already played out, and some of it hasn't. But we gotta love each other, man, because this is the listen on my channel. I try to let people rock out. I try not to ban people or cut people off, even though I may disagree with what they're saying. Now, when someone gets obnoxious, then it is what it is. I have to do what I got to do. But for the most part, we can show America how we can show everybody how great America is by just loving each other regardless. We ain't always got to agree, but we shouldn't be hurting each other, trying to kill each other because we disagree. We live in a world where you have the right to disagree and you still should be good. I can shake your hand and still disagree with you. I can hug you and still disagree with you. It's it. It ain't that serious. It is that serious, but you don't make it serious where you got hate and anger and distastement for people just because they don't agree with you. That's it. And I thank every single one of y'all for supporting what we're doing here. Um, I thank y'all for supporting the channel. Again, make sure y'all checking out top to bottom hair and skincare products. Make sure y'all get the go use that OG Network 26 promo code. The other thing, please go check out the movie The Silent Crisis. I think it's probably one of the great best movies I've seen in a while. I really enjoyed it. I really, really, really hope that y'all check it out. And I hope y'all get a chance to come in on Philly Talk next week. We got other shows that we're doing. But I'm only talking about Philly Talk this time because I really want to get the word out there about this movie so that they can get a chance to watch the movie and so that we can actually have fun talking about the movie when we do Philly Talk the second time we get back to this movie and talk about it. And it's a great movie. It did well. And Lee, I appreciate your support. I really do. We definitely got to get you back in here. When I get a chance to, or whatever, we got to get you back in here, get you back on the show or whatever. Yes, it's The Silent Crisis is on Tubi TV. If you don't already know that, the movie is on Tubi TV. Please go check it out. It's a very good movie. Real talk, and hopefully y'all get a chance to check it out, and then we'll come back to Philly Talk and get a chance to actually. Hopefully we get some of the actors in. We had one of the actors in yesterday. We had the producer in yesterday, the writer and producer of the movie yesterday. It will be great to have them come back and we get a chance and everybody get to ask questions. So you got to go watch the movie. That way, when y'all come back to Philly Talk and we have the Philly Talk show next one, it's going to be fire. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, definitely, Leah. Definitely. Your mama's good news. Appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We have other things that we do on my channel. It's not just about Ron's opinion. Don't matter. Tomorrow, depending on how things go, we got things you need to know. On 7 o'clock. Wednesday, we have top to bottom hair and skincare. At 7 o'clock, where they get to talk about the products that they made. They have a whole segment that they use to talk about their problem. Thursday, again, we have Dover Dogs, which come in. We have Unfiltered Sports, which is another great show on the OG Network. And then Fridays we have Fire on Fridays, which is at 7 o'clock. So all these shows are running around 7 o'clock on different days of the nighttime, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All these different shows. Most of the time they're already scheduled on my channel for those that have followed. I don't schedule what I do in the morning because the time's variation from time to time. Because I still have a 9 to 5 for those that keep thinking I don't work. I still have a job. So, because I'm not built like that. And the other thing is we have our Sunday show, which is at 12 o'clock noon, which is the Frackers. Now, if you're looking for somewhere to go where you just want to have a good time and laugh and joke, the Fracker show is where you want to show up. That's at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, where the Frackers with me, the Fantacular Show, Chopper with Khalil, Chopper, my brother out the pit, Bam, R.I.P. Bam Bam, the Frackers. We get on there and we have a show. When they come in, Ant Like the Bug, all of us, when they come in, then y'all get a chance to come in, have a laugh and joke, because we just act the fool. And we talk sometimes in serious, we joke, we laugh, we troll people that try to troll us. If you come in there and troll, we're gonna troll you back. There's no whole bar. We don't have a position that we stand. We just have fun going in, coming in. Hey, Mark, I'm getting ready to get off, but here's the thing. I have a theory, and I had a whole thing that ran through my mind with the second part of that movie. I had I literally wrote that whole movie on the second part of that movie in my head, and we had a conversation about it. With my lady, we had a conversation with, and I had a whole nother direction, and I went with that movie. After I seen it, and the way it ended, I was like, oh man, I do that. I even talked to Ant Like a Bug. It just in my head, I was like, oh, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. And but there's so many ways you could take that second part of that movie. But again, that's on the producer, the writer and producer. I know that they have the story that they're trying to tell. So that would be it. But I literally wrote a whole in my head. I wrote a whole nother second version to that movie after I watched it. But thank y'all again for coming in. Again, make sure y'all take advantage of that promo code. If you're looking for top to bottom, link is on the channel. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Every single one of y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.